Podcast. The Brutally Delicious Podcast.
What's up, everybody? This is Dark Macek with Brutally Delicious, coming at you with a review of Tribunal's brand new album in Penitence and Ruin. So, first things first, the leader, songwriter, something of this band is someone I have met before on 70,000 Tons of Metal, or as we call it, he's Boat Fam. I was fortunate enough to see Tribunal last year in Brooklyn. I think it was June 15th. And even though I'm usually Mr. Upbeat, Happy Power Metal, I thought this is going to be a nice change of pace, and the songwriting here is just so good, I gotta give this one a review. What we've got here is doom metal, I think? I'm not very well versed in this. I don't think the band really sounds like Candlemass, but the tempos are similar, although I think the drumming has more balls to it. It's very haunting, not just very depressing, but very haunting. In a way, it's kind of gothic. I think that term is used on their Metal Archives entry, but I thought of it before I read that, damn it. We also have what I think people call Beauty and the Beast vocals. That is very pretty melodic female singing and male growls. Gotta say, I think it works better here than in Nightwish. So, let's talk about some songs. Incarnadine. Very haunting opening bit. It's doomy, but it's not derivative, and by that I mean a whole lot of doom bands that I've heard and, didn't stick with sounded like they really liked the first couple Black Sabbath albums, but never knew how to do anything else with it. The vibe here, it's like half depressed and half scared, and that's something that I think is woefully missing in a lot of metal. To go back to Black Sabbath, they're one of the only bands that does fear really well. Of course, Metallica and Exodus do anger, Judas Priest, Iron Maiden do excitement. Black Sabbath does fear, and there's not a ton of that. The female vocals are perfect for this. She has just the right amount of pain in the delivery. I definitely envisioned walking through a graveyard to this song. Angel of Mercy. Here's a song that's a little more riff-based, but still somehow haunting. That's my way of saying I really like the riff, but don't expect Exodus. This entire album is very song and mood-based rather than just showing up to guitar players what a good riff you can write. Very song-focused, which is, I think, what we should really just, describe most good music as. It features a really nice use of strings, which to me traditionally says like shitty 80s ballad. I actually like this song, but I'm thinking like High Enough by Damn Yankees. Completely different vibe, but when you think strings and metal, that's the first thing that comes to mind. And here's a different way to use them. Sword of the Slain. This is the doomiest use of 6/8 time I've ever heard since Hand of Doom, probably. Really good riffing again, and fantastic use of what I think are synths and their keyboards. There's some kind of layering here that adds to the song. I'm just too dumb to properly know what it is. Armored in Shadow. Here's one where the lyrics actually got me, and that almost never happens with songs. Specifically towards the end when she's singing, I'll never trust again and I'll never feel again. I'm usually not a lyrics person, but the delivery here was perfect. It's vulnerable without sounding weak. It gives the title a lot more gravitas. Ironically, something I thought of right away with this was Dawnbreaker by Fellowship. Complete opposite end of the metal spectrum, but that chorus line I guess it's a verse line, no one ever loved without first being scared. The same kind of opening yourself up and feeling afraid. Last but not least, Between the Sea and the Stars. I guess it's the stratosphere, right? Very mournful, and whether intentional or not, the quotation of Moonlight Sonata, and that I just mean a C-sharp minor arpeggio, is very apt. It's much slower and prodding, but it reminds me, vibe-wise, of Embrace of the Endless Ocean by Amon Amarth. I think both songs are about going to one's impending doom. Just take your pick of whether you're like sailing into a hurricane and not going to make it out, or just contemplating your own mortality in a graveyard like this one made me think of. Okay, so cool of shit album. I really wish I had better vocabulary to describe most of these songs. The best compliment I can give is that I don't think it sounds like Black Sabbath, but it made me feel the same way as when I first heard the song Black Sabbath when I was 12 years old. I used to live in Richmond, Virginia, and something people would do there is walk through Hollywood Cemetery late at night because apparently it was haunted, and there's that story of like the Richmond vampire. This is the kind of thing I'd be listening to if I did that at 2 a.m. Fantastic effort, and I truly hope I see you again on 70,000 Tons of Metal, but this time from the audience. Rock on.